What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you a peanut butter cookies and cream Ninja Creami recipe. So right now my food's a good bit lower. Today's an off day, so I'm definitely hungry. And what I love to do sometimes, especially during a prep phase, is towards my later meals of the day, either second to last or last meal of the day, I like to have a Ninja Creami. So if I'm in prep and I'm training, a lot of times I'll do Whey ISO after I train. But if I'm using this for my last meal of the day, typically on my off days, I'll use one of Core Nutritionals either Pro or Protron protein blends because it's not a full ISO whey isolate, which is what you want pre or post workout generally is to have a whey isolate, or what I use specifically. But this is going to have your short acting and long acting proteins in here. It tastes amazing, and it actually makes a better, more thick Ninja Creami, more of an ice cream consistency. So I definitely suggest you guys try these out. I have yet to try this peanut butter cookies and cream flavor, so you guys are going to get to see my reaction at the end of the video, and I'll let you know how it tastes. But I'm going to use the same typical recipe that I do for all of my Ninja Creamies, which is going to consist of unsweetened almond milk. I usually do the vanilla, and then a little bit of xanthan gum, some salt, and then of course we just freeze it and then make it into a Ninja Creami once it's frozen. Just remember, you have to allow yourself plenty of time. I let mine freeze for at least 8 hours. So this is going to be for my last meal of the day. I'm going to sub out some of my food and use a rice-based carb source like cream of rice, and then I'll eat this after for a nightcap right before bed. So haven't even opened this one. I love the packaging that Core has for all this Transformers series stuff. You've got the emblem on the top, and then of course even on the inside they thought of everything with this. Man, that smells so good. It's even got little cookies and cream chunks and everything in there. It's going to be amazing. And one of the really cool things about all the Transformers series with Core Nutritionals is they all come with a Transformers figurine. This is pretty awesome. Check that out. I'm collecting these. I don't know which one this one is because I'm not keen on my Transformers characters, but I think it's pretty awesome that they do that. Check that out, guys. Peanut butter cookies and cream. So what my meal calls for is 50 grams of protein worth. So I'm going to do 2 servings of this. 37.8 grams, basically 38 grams is 25 grams of protein equivalent. And of course, the protein blend is going to have a little bit more carbs and fats than the ISO. So I just sub out like the peanut butter and different things I have in my meal that I would normally have, the fats, sub it out. And I also consider the almond milk as well, because 1 serving of almond milk is 3 grams of fat. So if you're trying to be picky, which I am right now at this phase, we're dieting down just a little bit right now, so I make sure all my macros are on point. So first things first, we're going to do 240 grams, 1 full serving of almond milk, and then I'm going to do 2 scoops of the Protron. So on the scale, it's going to be 76 grams for 2 servings, which is going to be my 50 grams of protein worth. And then I don't overuse this, the xanthan gum, because like I said, this is already going to be pretty thick considering it's a blend and it's got the milk protein isolate in there as well, the casein. So I'm going to do about 1/8 of a teaspoon of xanthan gum. And I like to kind of sprinkle it on top so it doesn't all get like stuck in one spot when I blend it. And the biggest thing is you guys have to blend this. If you try to stir it, it's going to be a clumpy disaster. It's just not going to work right. So then I do about 1/8 a teaspoon of salt as well. Now we're going to blend this up, and it's important that you blend it up really well. So all that's blended up super well. I'm going to pop it on the counter a couple times, Try to get that to fall back down. Yeah, perfect consistency that I want to see. Not too thick, but thick enough. This is what it should look like. If it's too watery, you probably put too much almond milk or not enough xanthan gum. But really, you can make it without those things. You just don't want an icy Ninja Creami. And if it's too watery, or if you make this with water, I've yet to try to make one of these creamies with water. I would assume it would turn out pretty icy, but I have not tried that myself. So I like to use one of these little silicone spatula things to get everything out, because when you're hungry, every drop matters. So there we have it. You don't want to go over that max fill line there. You want to give the Creami machine enough room to go. So I'm going to throw this in the freezer. I'm going to wait till my last meal of the day. My coach actually just updated my diet, and it's looking like my off days are lower than I'm used to. So I'm going to be pretty hungry today. What's awesome about this is it makes a protein shake so much more filling. So you guys that are dieting, definitely I recommend it. I will say, for you people that have a hard time eating a lot of food, it's going to make it harder to get it down. So like, I would suggest, if you're having a hard time, just go ahead and chug your protein shake. Don't try to do a Creami, because this is going to feel like a lot of food. But when you're dieting, this is a great hack. So we're going to freeze this, and then I'll show you guys the finished product, and we'll give it a try. Okay guys, so the Ninja Creami is done freezing. Just got it out of the freezer. I usually like to let it sit out for maybe 5 minutes or so, let it melt just a little bit on the outside. And then what we're gonna do is put it here in the Creami cup, lock this on top. And the setting I like to use for my ice cream is the light ice cream setting. So we're gonna run this one time. Okay, so we went through the first cycle here, and always after the first cycle, generally there's going to be some ice around the side. So you guys can see I've got some good consistency in the middle, but there's still ice around the outside. So what I like to do is I grab a butter knife and I just scrape those sides all the way around and make sure the ice is off of there, and put it back in. Then I'm just going to click respin. Alright, should be perfect now. That's what I like to see. Perfect consistency, not too melted, not too hardened. And then what I like to do too, guys, is actually I'll put this on top of my flavored cream of rice on my last meal, because generally I'm not going to just have an all protein meal. I'm going to have some kind of carb source with it. So if you have some kind of flavored cream of rice, I use Flavor Gang, and they have a limited edition Flavor Gang Samoa cookie right now that I'm actually going to try this peanut butter cookies and cream with, which is going to be amazing. But we're going to give this a try, a taste test, and I'll let you guys know what I think. It tastes like I put mix-ins in there, and I didn't. Because you have the peanut butter and the cookies and cream, it really tastes like I dumped a good bit of peanut butter in with this cookies and cream. Yet there's not all the extra calories and fat from the peanut butter. That's just awesome. This is definitely one of my new favorites for the Creami. I was loving the peach cobbler by Core Nutritionals, but honestly, I think this one has to be my favorite. Guys, definitely check this out. Protron by Core Nutritionals. Amazing flavor. They have 2 other awesome flavors on there as well. I believe one's like a strawberry cheesecake. The other one's some kind of mixed berry or something. but this one is hands down one of my favorites I've had from them. And like I said, if I'm doing it pre or post workout, I won't generally do a pre-workout creamy. Post workout's really nice to do, very filling, but I'll do that with the ISO. But today was my day off, last meal of the day. It's going to sustain me over the night with the slower release protein as well as the isolate. So this is an amazing protein, digests great, super high quality. Use code HUTCH when you guys order to support me, get a discount. I appreciate you guys. I'll have more recipes coming your way, more full day of eatings. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think about the recipe. See you guys soon.